Power, ambition, and controversy. These three words define the incredible and dark journey of Necati Arabaci, one of the most mysterious and controversial individuals in the criminal underworld. Born to immigrant parents in a modest German neighborhood, Arabaci rose from the shadows of the streets to the peak of the world-renowned Hells Angels motorcycle club. His story is not just about the pursuit of power, it's about the price paid to achieve it. How does a boy from humble beginnings transform into a global crime boss, feared by rivals and hunted by law enforcement? The answers are contained within a conspiracy of cruel ambition, shadowy alliances, and a constant drive to dominate. Arabaci's life is a tale of survival, strategy, and scandal, a journey that blurs the line between a legendary tale of rags to riches, as well as a terrifying tale of lawless ambition. Rags to riches, a transformation born in shadows. Necati Arabaci's life is the definition of a rags to riches story, though far removed from the inspirational stories we often hear. Born in 1972 to Turkish immigrant parents in Cologne, Germany, Arabaci's early life was defined by struggle and survival. His family worked tirelessly in modest jobs, hoping to provide their children with opportunities for a better future. But young Arabaci was drawn to a different path, one where power and wealth could be seized rather than earned conventionally. Growing up in a working-class neighborhood, he witnessed the gap between the wealthy and the poor, sparking a hunger for success that would drive his every move. From petty thefts to controlling the city's nightlife, Arabaci climbed a ladder built on hard work, ambition, and a disregard for rules. While many around him struggled with obscurity, he leveraged the chaos of the streets to build his own empire. His charisma and fearlessness made him a natural leader, drawing allies who would later become instrumental in his rise. Arabaci's story began as one of survival, but it quickly transformed into a tale of domination. His early struggles planted the seeds of an ambition that would ultimately make him one of the most controversial figures in the criminal underworld. From the streets to the top, a dangerous climb to power. Arabaci's rise to success is a story of risk, strategy, and an unrelenting pursuit of power. Starting with small-time crimes, he soon infiltrated Cologne's booming nightlife, a sector filled with opportunity for those willing to play dirty. Arabaci became a key player in the city's nightclub scene, using his street smarts to take control of security operations. But his influence didn't stop at the doors of nightclubs. Rumors swirled that Arabaci's operations extended into illegal ventures, including prostitution rings and extortion, solidifying his grip on the city's dark side. What set Arabaci apart was his ability to build networks, earning the trust or fear of those within his circle. By the time he crossed paths with the Hells Angels, he was already a force to be reckoned with. Joining the infamous motorcycle club was not just a career move, it was a declaration of his ambition to dominate on a global scale. Within the Hells Angels, Arabaci didn't just blend in, he rose quickly, surpassing seasoned members through a combination of cleverness and calculated aggression. His journey from the streets to the top was anything but ordinary. It was a calculated gamble where failure meant death or imprisonment, but success promised unmatched power. Arabaci chose the second option to solidify his place as a kingpin in both the criminal world and the Hells Angels hierarchy. A secret journey, the mystery of Arabaci's rise. Arabaci's rise within the Hells Angels is cloaked in intrigue, adding an air of mystery to his already controversial persona. Unlike many others who toil for years within the club to earn their stripes, Arabaci ascended rapidly, raising questions and suspicions among both members and law enforcement. How did someone from a modest immigrant background not only join but also command one of the world's most famous outlaw motorcycle clubs? Some believe his connections in the criminal underworld paved the way, while others suspect he used intimidation and backdoor dealings to secure his place. His appointment as the president of the Hells Angels MC Nomads Turkey in 2010 shocked many. This was a new chapter for the Hells Angels, a venture into regions with untapped potential for both business and crime. Arabaci's leadership in Turkey symbolized the club's growing global ambitions, but it also highlighted his ability to command respect or fear on an international stage. Yet much of his rise remains undocumented, fueling speculation about the alliances and betrayals that may have defined his journey. Arabaci's rise to the top is a story as much about ambition as it is about secrecy. Ruthless ambition, a legacy built on fear. Ambition was both Arabaci's greatest strength and his most dangerous weapon. He pursued power with an obsession that left no room for compromise. His control over Cologne's bouncer scene was not just about providing security, it was about domination. Arabaci and his associates reportedly used violence and intimidation to drive out rivals, ensuring his monopoly over the profitable nightlife industry. Allegations of organizing attacks on rivals and threats against business owners followed him like a dark shadow. Within the Hells Angels, his ambition was even more evident. To solidify his position, Arabaci reportedly sidelined or eliminated anyone who dared to challenge his authority. Stories of backstabbing and power plays are common, painting a picture of a leader who was both feared and respected. His ability to maintain control, even while serving time in prison, speaks volumes about his influence. Arabaci didn't just want to be a member of the Hells Angels, he wanted to redefine its power structure, ensuring that his name would forever be synonymous with the organization's global reach. His ruthless ambition left a trail of broken alliances and bloodshed, cementing his reputation as a man who would stop at nothing to stay on top. A controversial reign, a president under fire. Arabaci's presidency of the Hells Angels was marked by relentless controversy, with allegations of criminal activity becoming a near-constant backdrop to his leadership. His involvement in drug trafficking, extortion, and violent crime became a major focus for law enforcement across Europe. In 2002, German authorities arrested him on multiple charges, including human trafficking and money laundering, leading to a high-profile trial that exposed the dark side of his operations. His 9-year prison sentence was a brief interruption in his reign, as Arabaci reportedly continued to run his empire from behind bars. Despite the legal challenges, Arabaci's influence within the Hells Angels only grew. His deportation to Turkey in 2007 could have marked the end of his dominance, but instead it opened new doors. He leveraged his deportation to expand the Hells Angels' reach into Turkey, a strategic move that extended the organization's influence into the Middle East. Critics argue that his presidency blurred the line between the club's outlaw image and its criminal reality, turning the Hells Angels into a global network of organized crime under his watch. For Arabaci, controversy was not an obstacle, but a tool, one he used to keep his name at the center of the Hells Angels' ever-expanding empire. A global reach. Building an international empire, Arabaci's leadership was not confined to Germany or Turkey. It had implications worldwide. Under his watch, the Hells Angels expanded their operations across Europe and beyond, establishing themselves as a dominant force in international organized crime. Arabaci reportedly forged alliances with other chapters worldwide, helping with the trafficking of drugs, weapons, and illegal goods. His ability to build networks and maintain influence across borders was a testament to his strategic mind and unrelenting ambition. In Turkey, he capitalized on the country's strategic location, making it a hub for smuggling operations between Europe and Asia. His operations reportedly stretched into Spain, where authorities accused him of running brothels and engaging in drug trafficking. Even in places like Monaco and Dubai, Arabaci's name became associated with high-profile criminal enterprises, reinforcing his reputation as a global player. The Hells Angels under Arabaci were no longer just a motorcycle club. They were an international syndicate, with him as their leader. This global reach was both a victory and a risk, as it brought with it increased scrutiny from law enforcement agencies around the world. Necati Arabaci's life is a story filled with paradoxes, a man who rose from humble beginnings to command one of the most feared organizations in the world, yet whose name is synonymous with crime, controversy, and violence. His leadership transformed the Hells Angels, pushing them into new territories and redefining their role in global organized crime. But his reign also left a trail of destruction, from the lives affected by his criminal activities to the endless legal battles that followed him. Arabaci remains a polarizing figure. Whether as a kingpin or a villain, Necati Arabaci's story is one that continues to fascinate, a testament to the timeless appeal and danger of life in the shadows.